Welcome to the worst podcast on YouTube. This is Stephen J. Morse of the Late Boomer Show coming to you from the Catskills Mountains. Did you ever hear a sergeant from a boot camp going, right, right? No, because America's left, left, left. Yeah. Good evening. Today we're going to talk about mental health. Now, who's more mentally ill? The so-called left or right? Now, we already discussed this, but this time I'm going to bring it home. Big maybe I should be like the Zoomers and go, I mean, so, I mean. Or my generation, you know, you know, you know. I'm going to talk about narcissism. I never talked about this methodology, how to combat narcissism. There's one method that's foolproof. Now, a narcissist has this axiom, and the axiom goes like this: love me, hate me, but never ignore me. Now, people that are victims of spousal abuse, narcissistic abuse, somebody from a dysfunctional family that the father or mother are narcissist, they have this methodology. Or anybody, your coworker, your grandparents, this works. One thing that narcissists crave is attention. And attention, they need it. It's to validate their own miserable lives. They want people to pat them on the head, tell them how wonderful they are. They need constant reinforcement of their self-worth. And they love to be in positions of power. They love to gaslight you and tell you what's wrong with you. But you're not allowed to tell them what's wrong with them. Now, Trump. Remember him? He craved attention. It was his life force. It nurtured his being. So how do you get rid of this? Well, like I said, their axiom is love me, hate me, but never ignore me. There's this methodology called gray rocking. You go, what's that? Gray rocking? That means totally ignoring somebody, shunning them, turning your back to them. Don't talk to them at all. Pretend they don't exist. They died 20 years ago. You will destroy the narcissist. It will work. Now, Trump is already too late for him to ignore him. But other people, let's watch somebody we all know. Okay? Here we go. Here we go, walking down the street, getting funniest look.
I am a big believer that the way in which you treat your daughter is what she will come to accept in relationships. And it's the reason why I have never had a relationship where I've allowed men to yell at me. Well, one in high school when I was super young, but never in my adult years, more adult years, in my 20s, have I ever had anybody yell at me in a relationship because my dad didn't yell at me growing up. So it's weird to me if a guy raises his voice. I'm like, are you good? You need to walk? What are you doing or saying? Why are you yelling? You're completely out of control. And the concept of somebody, my sweet little angel baby Louise, of a man grabbing her by her shirt in front of me, yeah, I would call the cops.
Now, one thing narcissists like to do, they like to brag how they protect their children. I would die for my children. I would kill for my children. It's not their children, it's their property. They don't recognize their children as human beings, but as possessions. And you're supposed to be impressed by this. Oh, you would kill for your daughter? What a wonderful person you are. No, you're not. You're a bitch. Anyway, so the narcissist always is trying to impress. Let's go on with this lady. Well, we're not going on. Let's try again.
And I would say, you're going to have to come get me because I'm about to kill him. So.
I'm so impressed. She will kill him all. Matt Walsh does this shit too. Most narcissists do. They want to show you how courageous they are. She wants to be yelled at because that's attention. If somebody's yelling, they're giving you attention. Her dad probably just gray rocked her. He didn't talk to her, nothing. She craved daddy's attention, but she never got it. So that's why her parents were the Afro-Americans. That's why she has this hatred for Afro-Americans, because they remind her of her parents.
Call the cops on myself if somebody put their hands on my sweet little baby Louise. I am a big believer.
Your sweet baby, huh? You probably hate your kid, especially when she cries and you have to change her diapers. Oh, I forgot, you married a rich white guy, so you have a nanny doing that.
That the way in which you treat your daughter is what she will come to accept in relationships. And it's the reason why.
Yeah? What did your mommy teach you? Well, that's not what we're going to talk about this person. All you got to do to stop these people, all you got to do is ignore them. Don't give them platforms, don't even. Now, I want to know something. How does the Daily Wire make their money? How do they do it? They get, what do they get? Some type of, from billionaire? Every time you attack a leftist, you'll get about $50. I don't know. But somehow they're making money. Everybody on the right, they call them grifters. They're not just grifters. They're profiteers. They're people that would do anything for money. Anything. You got to attack the left and the woke. Okay, I'll do that. How much will you pay me? They get paid. The so-called left, nobody gets paid. George Soros, you want to see my impression of George Soros? He's in his 80s. Oh. Hello? Did we get the mail yet? Do you remember my mom's middle name? I'm George Soros. Can you make a check out to me? I want to buy some candy. Okay. That is George Soros. And that's all they talk about. Give another trillionaire on the left. There isn't any. You think George Soros just hands out checks like that? No, he doesn't. He doesn't finance it. I know it's anti-Semitism. I know it's like the Rothschilds or the Hindenburgs or rich Jews. That is the globalists. Jews! Now, I'm going to tell you something I learned when I was for a while, a Jewish nationalist. Jewish wealth is a myth. There are more poor Jews than there are rich Jews. There used to be this anti Semitic trope Jews are either communist or capitalist. These people do not know a damn thing about Jews. Hell, Ben Shapiro doesn't even know anything about Jews. All he's mad about is Hollywood snubbed him. So he's going to get revenge by becoming this reactionary conservative. But you know what's going to happen to you? Ben, I'll tell you what's going to happen to you. If you notice, the anti-Semitics, the anti-Semites, are taking over the conservative movement. Now, you never see conservative protesting against Nazis. You know why? Because they're giving away the game. They're giving away the game. They are taking over the conservative movement. And Ben, where do you think you fit in this scheme of things? Where do you think you're going to go? You're probably going to go to, I don't know, an Aryan microwave oven, because the old days crematoriums were just too primitive. Well, anyway, so what you have to do is gray rock them, ignore them, and just go on with your agenda, the people's agenda. That's all you got to do, okay? Never mind these idiots. They suck.